Hello and welcome to Manifest Quest, where I believe it's never too late to change your life for the better. Today I thought I'd talk about synchronicity. Number one, I guess, what is synchronicity? Synchronicity is the simultaneous or at the same time event, occurrence, or action. I read that in the dictionary. Anyway, the topic I picked, I guess, for like officially the first video is because my life began with synchronicity. My mom went in to have me. This was in the 60s. My mom went in to have me, and the doctor that was supposed to be attending was unable to come. I think that there was a snowstorm or something like that. And my grandparents lived right across the road from the hospital, so my mom was sort of holed up there knowing that I would come any day. So this is the story I've come to piece together. So anyways, there was a young physician there. I don't know, like he was pretty fresh out of school, and thank God he was. My mom had me, and he looked and immediately noticed that there was something wrong because I had an extra appendage on my head. So I know that seems very bizarre. So I did. I had like a little lump there, and it used to be like dangling, like an extra piece of skin or cartilage or something dangling down like an earring. He immediately knew that there was something seriously wrong with either my ears, nose, or throat. That's a huge, that's the indicator that you have an extra appendage on your head somewhere. So I thought that was, good. My mom's actual doctor, who was supposed to deliver me, said if it were him, he would have thought he'd be able to deal with, the repercussions from that, because he was experienced and probably had a bit of an ego, maybe. So, but this new physician that delivered me was like, get an ambulance, get her to Toronto Sick Kids Hospital. And so I went to Toronto Sick Kids Hospital and stayed there for 6 weeks right after I was born. I was, very lucky to have had the head of the ENT clinic there at the time. I also was very lucky to have a nurse that knew what to do in the ambulance for the hour-and-a-half ride to Toronto, because a newborn will not breathe out of its mouth voluntarily. A newborn will have to be crying to breathe out of its mouth. It will asphyxiate itself just to breathe out of its nose. So I had blockage, I had bone right across the bridge of my nose. I didn't have any openings. So therefore, I couldn't breathe out of my nose. So the nurse pinched me for an hour-and-a-half on the whole ride to make me continually cry so that I was continually receiving oxygen and breathing. And they got there, Dr. Blair Farron, he was the head of the ENT clinic. He was the surgeon who fixed me up. I was also, he had developed in very recent times something that they call Farron dilators, which is to dilate and help open the space and be able to drill up there. And because it's so close to the brain, right, here is very close to your brain, because of his invention and because of his skill and him being there at the hospital and being ready for me to attend, I survived and didn't have any brain damage. And I was the first one to do so. So that made him pretty famous, and you know, his dilators were used from then on and all that kind of good stuff. So things worked out just in such a perfect way that I am here now. So I guess the point of my little story is that when I look, when I'm not having a good day, or I'm down, or things are not going well, which is not often anymore, ever, thank God, I look back to that and I say, how many people, an event, like how it had to work out just perfectly for me to be here, and to make really medical history for, you know, my doctor brought that it came to pass. This historical medical moment. So there were just the right people there who knew just what to do and who were really good at their jobs. So I look back and I go, yeah, the world wouldn't be like I'm meant to be here. And that might sound a little bit arrogant or what have you, but everybody, you and everybody you know, is meant to be here. Like, if they're here for a reason. I think everybody's around for a reason. So I think that, like, I obviously have to be too. I have the friends I have for a reason. I have the family I have for a reason. I think you're placed in the perfect place for you to learn whatever lessons in life you need to learn. So I hope that you can find a place where you can recall and say, yeah, like, there were the perfect people there at the perfect time. Like, it was so synchronistic. It was such a coincidence that just happened to be, where you were saved, or maybe saved just from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, you got a call and you had to go, and then something happened where people got in trouble or got into a fight or worse. So yeah, I find synchronicity pretty fascinating. And if you look out for it, if you look around for it, you'll go, well, that was a bit of a coincidence. I don't think there's anything such thing as coincidence. I think that we're supposed to pay attention at that time when a coincidence happens, especially if it really resonates with you or strikes you as like, wow, that was really weird. What is that telling me? It's always usually telling you something about yourself. What was that? That's so bizarre. What was that? And it's usually, you know, the universe or whatever speaking to you and trying to give you a nudge maybe in the appropriate direction. And I think that you should listen to it. I think that we dismiss a lot of stuff. I think that we go, that's just, life is weird. Oh, weird stuff happens all the time. Yeah, maybe it's not weird. Maybe you're supposed to pay attention to it. Like, you know, hello, McFly. Anyway, I so appreciate you watching, and I so intend to do many, many more videos, and I hope you stick with me. And yeah, I plan on having a good time. So today, hopefully, I showed you a little bit more of my personality. I'm usually a little more upbeat than the monotone original video. Anyway, I hope you all have a great Saturday, and we will talk to you very soon. I very much appreciate you watching, and thank you so much. I have a subscriber already. I have no idea who it is. So that's awesome. So thank you very much, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.